what they did was basically they provided industry specific solutions. So for telco industry, they had a specialized CPQ. I mean, their core, see, basically they also provide their own tools for configuring and customizing the application. You will hear Omni Studio, right? It was previously called Velocity Platform. Now Salesforce has, when Salesforce acquired it in 2 years back, basically they have taken Velocity and rebranded it as Salesforce Industry, right? So today when you hear Salesforce Industry, a lot of products are coming from Velocity. Okay, so Velocity had its own development platform called I mean, it was called Velocity Platform. Now it is called Omni Studio. Omni Studio is again a product. Basically, it provides its own tools. You will hear Data Raptor, Omni Script, right? So what is Omni Script is basically it allows you to create guided flow. Okay, so suppose say you are generating quote for say insurance, right? So for generating quote, I mean, you have some 10-step process. You collect all the details. You collect, based on customer details and all the history, you recommend some products, right? You then provide some pricing for the product. You allow customer to configure, I mean, choose some options in the product. You reprice it, right? And then you generate the quotation. So for entire thing, you can create a guided flow, right? It's where you can compare it with Salesforce flow, right? You know Salesforce flow, right? It basically for
Yeah, yeah.
creating similar thing. So Velocity, I mean, it's very kind of a improved version of flow in terms of creating the guided flow. So the platform allowed you to create
Are you, are
guided
you,
flow.
are you talking about the path of Salesforce path?
No, I'm not talking about path seasons. Salesforce automation tool, right? In Salesforce automation, previously they had workflow rule, process builder, and flow.
Oh, flow builder
Flow
now
builder,
you're talking.
flow builder, yeah. And now very much it is flow builder, right? So you can compare it with flow builder. So they had Omni script where you can create guided flow. Plus, so basically when you bought a product for a specific industry, what they provided you is pre-built guided flows basically, right? Suppose say I implemented for one of the auto insurance. So what we got is readily available flows for say quote generation or policy administration. So I could just take it as a base component and then basically customize it and basically enhance it as per my requirement, right? So that's Velocity, right? I mean, for each, so they have solution for each of a lot of 5-6 different industries. So what Salesforce did was they basically acquired Velocity and they rebranded it as Salesforce Industries. So today when you go to this URL, right, you just Google it for Salesforce Industry, you will see a lot of products, right? One is through acquisition of Velocity, plus Salesforce is also focusing a lot. I mean, if you see, I mean, they have already done a lot for the platform, right? You have a very robust UI framework in LWC, Apex as a language. They already takes care of most of things in CRM space: Sales Cloud, Service Cloud, Marketing Cloud, Field Service Lightning. They have taken care of analytics and reporting through Tableau. They have taken care of integration layer, right, through Multisoft. And now in recent past, what they're doing, they're focusing more on industry. So basically, if you see, their focus is kind of to provide end-to-end solution, right? Not just using kind of a Salesforce just as a UI layer to collect the data, but more to basically provide you end-to-end solution, like middle layer solution or back layer solution, right? End-to-end solution, right? Like if you talk about say insurance, right? I should be able to generate quote. I should be able to um, enroll for the policy. I should be able to administer. I should provide the administration capability on the policy, payment capability, right? All those, everything they're bringing on the Salesforce platform. So I mean, you don't have to go for any other product. That's the whole idea, right? So they have a specialized product in each space.
So that
Okay.
velocity is going to help achieve that, right?
Yeah, so Velocity is a history now. It was until 2020 they acquired by Salesforce, and what they have done is they are now, see, I mean, Salesforce is evolving very fast, right? What they have take, I mean, basically even Velocity, what they did, they utilized the data model of Salesforce. When you see their financial products, right? What they did is they basically used even FSC data model, right? And they had their own product. So now what Salesforce is doing is they're combining best of their capability and what they have got from the velocity. They are not using as is, right? They have basically kind of taken out, taken the best of velocity and best of what they had, and combined together, and still they are evolving, right? Each of this area, like if I talk about financial services cloud, there is nothing that you get from velocity. It's completely Salesforce own grown system.
So going forward, do you think that most of the solutions that will be offered from Salesforce would actually be industry specific, and that they would not come out as clouds, but they would have a different name, something like that?
No, no.
Is
See, these are all cloud, right? So, see, that's what I was saying. They are basically parallelly working on two areas, right? One is your platform, right? Continuously evolving as a platform, right? Right. And second thing, different clouds to take care of different industry, right? I mean, sales cloud, service cloud, very much kind of a vanilla thing, right? I mean, you get basic sales cloud features, basic service cloud features. But if you are using sales cloud and service cloud for any industries, say you are using for financial, you will very much you will have to customize everything, right? You don't get any out of the box data model for, you are talking about KYC. Now for KYC, Sales Cloud doesn't offer you any out of the box data model.
correct?
You will create your custom objects. But
Right.
when I take Financial Services Cloud, maybe you might get few things out of the box related to KYC, right? So what I'm saying, that this industry cloud basically gives you specialization, right? I mean, on top of your vanilla sales and service cloud, you get a specialized data model. See, if you see any of these industry solution, what it offers you, it basically offers you two, three things. One, I mean, two things basically. One is data model, right? Every industry has a specific data model, right? Financial services would have a different data model. If I talk about retail, it would have completely different data model. Public sector would have different data model, right? So basically, it is giving you based on industry knowledge, right? It has created a base data model that you can use. It may not suit you 100%. You may still need to create some custom objects, but it may save you say 60 or 70% of your effort on creating or maintaining custom objects. You will get say 60 or 70% out of the box, right?
Right.
Then that's the data model. And second thing, based on the knowledge, the industry knowledge Salesforce has accumulated, right? What people do on financial services, what people do on any industry, right? They're providing you out of the box solution, right? So if I talk about say financial services cloud, so get compliant data sharing, right? So it knows that when in customers in financial services industry sometimes work on financial deal, right, which needs to be managed in a very compliant manner. So it has provided you a specialized solution for compliant data sharing, right? So same way for household, when you talk about in financial industry, people may be interested in knowing the ecosystem of the group, right? A group could be a family, right? So basically what they're doing is based on their knowledge of the industry, they are giving you out of the box solution for specific use cases or commonly used or commonly required use cases, right? Which people mostly, if you're not using those industry solutions, then probably you are creating a custom solution, right? If I say whatever today FSC offers me, right? If I'm not using FSC license, then what I'm doing is say if I need to manage customers goals, financial goal or life event, or say even financial data roll up or groups, right? I will create a custom application, and people have done that, right? So if I'm using FSC as a industry offering from Salesforce, I'll be saved of those effort, right? Creating custom data model, creating custom components, right? It may, again, I mean, it is not 100%, right? I mean, 60 to 70% or 80% you might be able to achieve out of the box, and remaining you will still have to customize your as per your requirement. But yeah, so that's what I mean, any industry solution gives you. I mean, industry aligned data model and the solution for common use cases of that industry.